Welcome everyone. Glad that there are so many of you already here. Hopefully everything is working. In the meantime, I'm just going to wait a few minutes before we start making paint. Just, so people can join us. Everyone's sharing their life story here. D. Arthur, welcome. Let's get this thing off. Happy to see that there are so many of you already here. So today, that is awesome, Sebastian. I actually thought it was for the art or the artist or something like that as well, but that is fitting. Okay, so today we are going to make a deep red. Mark, you asked for it a while back already. Then, I think during our last Wednesday live, the regular live, there was someone asking about it as well, and I've had the question before a few times, and there isn't really a single pigment that fits the bill, not the way that everyone wants, since I suggest Perylene Crimson, PR264, Perylene Maroon, Pyrrole Crimson, that was Perylene Maroon, PR179. Sebastian, well, there's ups and downs in life. It's just part of it. But yeah, the same thing. I mean, I'm doing okay today, but very busy and loads of things. The humidity, and that's just business-wise. I'm not going to be too personal here, but business-wise, the humidity isn't really helping me. I really thought I could add an extra layer of paint to a few paints today, and they were all literally sticky. The top of them were sticky. So I just turned off my dehydrator, which has been running all day, because of the noise for the live, but I'll turn it on as soon as I log off here, because tomorrow I just want to be productive. So I said more people asked for a very deep red, a deep dark red, and single pigments are very difficult when it comes to deep dark reds. Or if you have any suggestions, please let me know, because I kind of ran out of ideas. One of them being drying shifts, the dulling down of a pigment, or of a paint when it's drying. And I think PR179, PR264 are both beautiful when they're wet, and the drying shift makes them so much less vibrant, saturated, dull almost. It's a shame, but we need to find something, or to kind of bring that drying shift in balance, or maybe a mix. So if there's any suggestions, I'm just going to try some things out today, maybe one thing, and I'm just going to add stuff, maybe a couple of different versions. Who knows? It's a live stream, everything can happen. But also that's why there in the corner the pigment says non-applicable, because we don't work with a single pigment today. PV55, PO62, let me have a look. So we can just take this thing, which found a new place here, and I'm gonna take my isopropyl IPA, there we go, and just isopropanol alcohol, and let's have a look. So Mark suggested quinacridone violet and benzimidazolone orange. But I'll remember that, Sebastian. I will say those for those of you who don't know the names by numbers or the other way around. Giefel, welcome. We have PO62 over here and PO55 or PV55. Is it? It's not added to this, but where could it be? Let me quickly check this for you. Where it is. Let me have a look here. This is 330, and this is the first and second. A little bit to this side, so it's over here. This is PV55, so this dot over here. The mixing path that it would make kind of looks like this, but let's check it, shall we? I mean, do we have, yes, there I am. We are here on this website where we can just quinacridone violet, and let's take one that actually looks like mine, which I think this one does, and PO62. Mine is a little bit to the lighter side. Let's have a look if Schminke has another match for mine. That's darker. Roman Small does have a lighter one. So these are the colors that you would get, and I really like that. Let me just get rid of me. That you can see where everything's going. So it should be a deep dark red, Mark, yes. But funny enough, this line curves inwards, so it gets more dull instead of curving outwards, which I did. So like I said, I don't know, I said that literally, I think yesterday. Was it to you, Sebastian? I have things to learn as well here. Sebastian, an azo pigment, it can be this, in this case it's benzimidazolone, but it could be more. There are other full names for azo ones, but most of the times Which colors do you have, by the way? Let me have a look. It was there, and then it went that way, which came... It was more desaturated than Perylene Maroon, which is here. So, not sure about the... Oh, we can try it, Mark, absolutely. But are there any other suggestions? We can just make it. I mean, let me have a look where this is. This one. I mean, I'm saying we can make it, but I need to find that file at first. I have the orange. PV19. Oh, I'm so ashamed of this. So sorry, guys. PV55. There. It's not a lot, is it? It is not a lot of it. And Mark, you're absolutely right. When it came to mixing a red with a violet and an orange, which I did before, I used the same pigments. We can. We're just going to try. Give it a little try. Doing about 50-50 here, which I know is not correct, but might be pretty close. Already to a good red. Thing with if you want a deep dark red, like a blood red, for instance, we're talking fresh blood since it's almost Halloween, you want it less pink than this, and I know it looks orange on the screen. Let me have a look if I can. Yeah, this is better. So you want it to look less bluish, and with that deeper, that intensity, you also want transparency, because if we're going to do a darker one, and you know this, we'll end up at PV23, dioxazine violet, which has almost the largest drying shift in all the pigments. So we don't want to have that as well. Let's do a mini mill here. Oh, you already said it, yeah. So it needs to be more intense. It needs to be darker. We can add a little bit of this to it, which is PV23. Gulshan, welcome. Oh, you already said hello. But this was a nice way to drop in. Which makes sense. This is way too blue. Since it gets dark, it gets brown when it dries. That's the iron in it. PV62 is too opaque, too white leaning, I think. We have a dark. Let's add a scarlet to it. I know I'm adding red to make a red, but it's not cheating, right? Is it? That looked more orange than anything else. It felt that it needed a scarlet, and I used Cerium Scarlet PR166. And that wasn't a bad idea. I think we're still, maybe a violet and an orange was a good start. But maybe you were right about the PV23. And maybe this could have worked with PO62 as well. By the way, this is not how I usually mix things. I work with more precise measurements when I try stuff. Apart from the times where I'm just, having fun, mixing for fun. This actually looks quite promising. So if this works, that means, our live can end in a record time after just 24 minutes. No, that's not true. Oh, is that the bank thing is still... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And literally, that's okay. But sorry to hear that. That looks still too pink. That looks too purplish. Oh, it is definitely too purplish. Definitely. That's just violet. Okay, that looked more promising in its mass tone on the slab than it did. Here. About the super jets though, it's a neat mauve. Yeah, you can definitely say that. I really want to go there. I know I haven't seen Mr. Pigments yet, but I really want to go there. There are great videos about that on YouTube, though. I mean, people have been there. People who didn't have any passion for pigments, I might add. Just interesting fact videos. Did you know there's someone protecting all the world's pigments in one place, things like that. Oh yeah, what I was trying to say. Oh, D. Arthur, you said the DS word. Why would you do that? What I was trying to say about the super chats. Sebastian, last time I went live, you sent a super chat and I missed it in the chat. Luckily, Paolo made me feel bad about it, as you know, as he should. This is the binder, by the way. It's almost dissolved. But I should get, and everyone should get, like a little animation in the middle of the screen when a super chat is given. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it works. So you know, that's just a thing. So I can literally see there. If something happens or not. Hey, watercolorist, that is fine. We're trying to make a deep, dark red, a blood-like red, and we just try to add a few violets and an orange, a scarlet, and it gave me something as need to find a mouse. Where's my mouse? There we are. Are we here on this screen? Yes, we are on this screen. Malamik, no, this is not PV19. This really could have been any PV19. Absolutely. This is a mix of PV55, PO62, PV23, and a PR166. Which gives us something that actually looks like PR88, thioindigoid violet. I think almost exactly like that. Okay, so D. Arthur said burnt umber and perylene crimson, but wouldn't that make it like even more? It makes it more brownish, maybe an orange with red. But what kind of red, Gulchen? Would it be a warm red, a? No. You're not allowed to use DS, but we do not name them because of their BS. So it's that was a pun, you know, because it sound. Never mind. It is, right? I mean, this is just PR88. This literally, which has been replaced by PV19. So, in all fairness, it's it's basically the same thing. Not chemically, but that's the way to think. If someone says DS, it's, you know, that. Let's have a look. So, Malamik Art, your favorite PR254. Yeah, but a watercolorist, that's exactly the thing. So PR179 is one that I would say, you know, in acrylics, it looks, and especially acrylic inks or very fluid acrylics, the high flow versions of Core maybe, or a golden, they look so much like blood, like the deep, and they dry almost the same as well. But in watercolors, the drying shift with that pigment is just, yeah. They don't stay that way. But luckily this isn't PR88, or else I wouldn't have thrown in Ferrari red. The Arthur, this wasn't a very bad idea. Not that I thought it would be, but it's just me saying it might have been a very good idea. So we're working a little bit the other way around. Then I think Gulchen just said that just make it a little tinted it with a little blue. We started with a bluish red or violet. Actually, it was just more. It was literally a violet, and then added this slap in your face Ferrari red. But I think looking at the transparency, but do they dry like, not do they dry like blood does, but do they dry in the same color a watercolorist? Oh, need to fill this with some water. PR177. But which PY42? Because that is a tricky one, even trickier than all the other ones that people named. I think this looks like a warmer PV19 if I'm adding water to it. Yeah, this needs way more of that red to actually work. Malamic art, that's great to hear. I wonder what's colors. Would maybe they added brightness to that? They do that with dioxazine violet a lot to help against the drying shift. It is still too pink, yeah, absolutely. But I'm just, you know, I've started. I'm just, you know, doing something with whatever you come up with. So we started with one mix now. And that's interesting. Why PY35? Look if we can get back here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, no, it's not sorry, actually. It's but it wasn't meant to be this big, and now it is not getting any smaller. Okay, wait, one moment please. I should not be making paint and working on something else. Okay, one moment please. Oh, I need to get the chat back. Like I said, I shouldn't be doing two things at once here. Let me quickly fix that on my big screen here. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Getting at this smaller and getting this in here. Okay, there we go. Sorry, the chat was gone for me, so I couldn't read what you were saying. I think this is getting better as a red. I'm just going to put my brush here. Getting a bit lazy. No, I'm not getting lazy. Just want to have a quick result. And this looks promising. This looks maybe a bit, still a bit too pink-ish or too, I don't know. It is vibrant, it is deep, it is red. Might be a little bit too much on the blue side. This is actually the base that we started with, a violet and an orange, and then I kept adding PR254 Pyrrole Red to it. It needs a smidge of yellow, yes. I think it does, because it's still on the cooler side of red. But would it need... Since we're using Pyrrole Red here, would it need yellow or Pyrrole Scarlet to it? I think the Scarlet is a safer choice, because adding yellow to it would make it easily make it an orange, depending on the yellow, obviously. Where is the Scarlet? Scarlet is... That is true, Gulshan. But I would say this has a yellow undertone as well. That's almost like a bright orange. Well, I would say if you want to recreate this, Ian, start with PV19 and just add Pyrrole Red to it, and that's it, I think. Maybe I overdid it with that second little bit. I don't know. I think it's actually pretty close. It looks too orangey there, but looking at it here, this was the first one, this is the second one, and the first one is like halfway there to drying. There's not much of a difference on camera though. Well, you can handle that watercolorist, right? What is quinacridone orange? Which one are you talking about? PO48 or anything I'm not thinking of? I'm hungry as well, but it's already late and I'm not going to eat. I can dilute it with a bit more water, absolutely. For me, it's too pink with this. Still, even after adding the scarlet, this is too pink. No, Mark, this is actually just still the mix we started with added Pyrrole Scarlet to it. But, yeah, Pyrrole Scarlet. And looking at it like this, there's too much of that pink shining through. Let's do something weird. PBR 23. Just a bit to start with. Or we're adding a little bit more. That might have been too much. It disappeared. That's what that was literally what I was repeating in my head. Well, like, where is it gone? Where is it gone? Where is it gone? Why am I not seeing this? Maybe I need to mull it and then it appears, or... Oh, but that did something. That definitely did something good. Okay. I'm not mad at this. This is good. Maybe I don't need to add any more after this. Maybe this was already too much, I don't know. Yes, and there we have the deep red we were looking for. Now for the transparency. It's not half bad. I actually quite like this. No, Mark, there's no PR 6264. This has been a little bit of PO 62, PV 55, PV 23, PR 166, but I used another scarlet after that, so it's a bit of cheating there. PR 255, PR 254, and PBR 23. That's way too many pigments for a mix. Sebastian still thinks you can get that color with PR 177 and PY 35. Well, I genuinely do like this. But let's have a look. PR 177. Let's have a look under what name that is in my pigments. Uh, 177 is Permanent Red A from Kramer. Then I know what kind of bottle I need to look for. Permanent Red. No, that's not the right one. Well, I do have it somewhere. But where? I seriously can't find it. Maybe over here. Let me have a look. Permanent Red. A. Ah, there it is. It's quite blue leaning. And then which one did you say again? I'm sorry, I was thinking PY35. Which versions do I have? Yeah, but you know, I don't know if as cadmium, which I'm not going to work with during a live. I was kind of in doubt. Especially one where we are quite interactive with the mixes and I'm reacting to everyone. I want to talk and I don't want to wear a mask. But we can do a Benzie yellow. Your Da Vinci alizarin crimson. That's just a. Let me have a look. What kind of color that is for that brand? Da Vinci, and then an alizarin crimson. Alizarin gold. Maroon, alizarin crimson. It's a PV19 that they use for it. You maybe could have told me that, but so everyone, but I hear PR177. Anthraquinone red a few times. I actually like this. I like this a lot. This looks like kind of thick, fresh, thick blood. It's not. It doesn't have the transparency that makes it look a little bit more deep. Alizarin gold. Let me have a look. Oh, I saw that one as well. Alizarin gold. Oh yeah. You already said the mix. Never mind. Sorry. I can see where you're. Yes. Okay. Let me have a look here. Da Vinci, yes. Alizarin gold, yes. Okay, so we have all the information there is, and with all the information, I mean this. Ignore the violet or the purple, the one on the top. We have a swatch on the screen and the spectral curve. Mr. Pigments, welcome. I didn't see you. Gulchen, you are in a very Halloweeny mood. I like it. I immediately see what you're talking about. Okay, so we're not using a cadmium for the during a live. But I will be using something similar. And what kind of cadmium yellow are we talking about, Sebastian? I'm wondering, and this is just a thought with like our little close group together. Would it be an idea? I have 3 members on YouTube, which I'm very thankful of. You know, for some people it's not much, but I'm literally any help and any gesture like that is, well, really means a lot to me. Really means a lot to me. And I'm asking like to something euros, a month for it, maybe not even, I don't know. Just a kind of brain fart thought. Would it be an idea to make a higher tier or something like that for it? So you could get dots of the color I'm making during the lives, for instance, and I would ship them every quarter or something, or every month is. That would be a bit chaotic. Then you only have 4 dots, and the mail would be more expensive than the worth of the actual paint. But would that be an idea, if it makes sense? What I'm saying, if that makes any sense at all. This has drying shift. Okay, so let's try the other ones. $3 a month. Okay, thank you. Yeah, is that, you know, that's true. When I made that, I thought 2, but when I made that, I noticed what YouTube takes out of it. And I think out of my 3 members, I get 3-4 euros in total out of what YouTube takes from it. A watercolorist, I still want to ship something to you just to see if it reaches you, because there's been so many things that in the past as well, a long time ago, that we talked about that you wanted to try, or but Malamik, this is the first time I think I made a mix during a live, and everyone can vouch for me that I only make single pigments, basically. I mean, this was just an idea for a live. So don't you go, I'm kind of a purist on me. I know what you're talking about. It's not meant in a bad way, by the way. I do have something I came up with about. There's 3 mixes. I have sea green, I have sap green, and I have dirty blue. Actually 4 mixes. I have dirty blue exclusive, which is pure lazurite and lemonite. Mr. Pigments, the recipe for blood. Tell me. This splatters like blood. I hope everyone's done with their food, but this is like Dexter. Oh yeah, the that paint. Thank you so much. What do I need to name you? Since I don't know how to pronounce your username during like this. I hear it in my head, but it sounds like a sound. And what kind of hue of PR101? Because you know, that's the same like telling me add iron oxide to it. Okay. Being very critical here now. Ah, so we have a 4 pigment mix over there. We need something that works with 2 pigments, just 2 pigments that make a gorgeous, gorgeous mix like that. And now there's a yellow undertone. Sylvie, good. Andrea. Look at that. Or Edie? ID or Edie? ID. That's hard to... tell the difference when you're typing. Let's just make some blood art here, shall we? Is it already like doing in the movies that it's like someone's being shot and then you see that? It's not enough for it. Nah, it's not enough for it. It's a little bit. It's almost Halloween. But it will be if we do this. Then everything comes through, right? Come on. That was nothing. Okay, that didn't work. Yeah, but then still, we probably had that drying shift, and you know. Let's first get rid of this. Yes, Paolo, a watercolorist, don't worry, I haven't gone crazy any more than I already was. People have asked me about, in the past, about deep dark reds, and with the description, you know, almost blood-like. I have multiple transparent red oxides. The question is if I can find the right one, because they look so much alike. I know there are labels, but you know, there's always a better one than the other. Well, but a watercolorist, doesn't everyone love blood in a way? I mean, we really can't do without it. So there's a certain affection to it, I think, in a surviving kind of way. We don't want to lose it. We don't want to see it as well. It's weird stuff. I don't mind it. I'm not scared of it. But seeing it almost always means there's something wrong. Thank you for that description, Malamik. That's very Halloween-y. Oh, speaking of skeletons, I think mine falls apart. That is a wise choice, what color is. I'm leaving it this way. I mean, it's still reddish, but we're going to continue with red anyway, so we're not making any paint that I'm going to sell, so this is fine. That is funny, Ian. Nah, that needs one of these. And I changed the colors. You look at this. Blue and the light gray. It's all fitting. Maybe this one's even worse though. Oh, I like it. I like the way you think, guys. Wait, what did Paolo say? Oh, about the art. Well, I did think about Muller prints a while back, but then everyone was doing those, and it felt kind of off offering those. Yeah. Also, when I'm making paint a lot, and then, you know, productive wise a lot, so when I have a lot of paints to make or fill or top off, I tend to forget to make Muller prints. It's the color index. What are they called? Color Index International is a reference database jointly maintained by the Society of Dyers and Colorists and the American Association of Textile Chemists and Colorists. It currently contains over 20,007 individual products listed under 13,000 color index generic names. Oh my god, it's like reading these things now is not good for me. I'm not doing that. Well, let me check if I can quickly get one example of it. Oh, it's in Photoshop. Well, that's okay, I think. I sell these in my Etsy, and I only kept it at 1 back then. Let me quickly get rid of this here, and so this is on my Etsy. And it basically is a Muller print with, you know, that on it, dirty blue, light gray, PV16, and this. It's actually water, so it's pretty easy to check. This was tea and it wasn't red. It's pretty easy to check if there's anything in it. But the Muller print was actually just an experiment to see, you know, if anyone was interested in it. I ordered a print myself. The paper was really good. The print looks really nice, but there wasn't really any demand for it. But maybe I should have added more colors, more versions. I don't know. Let me have a look. 1 minute. No, not a minute. Maybe. I don't know. But I'll just stay here so you can hear me. If I can actually get it, maybe. No, I can't. This isn't the right one, is it? Let me have a look. Where is it? No, I can't get it. There's a pile of framed things, my artwork, what I used to make and things like that. And that print, it is quite a large poster of it, is in there as well. The red I just made was a mix with a lot of things. Gulchen, but really is Kramer, is the Yin Min from Kramer that, I don't want to say bad, but really? Because mine have no trouble reactivating. PR177, and we needed a transparent iron oxide, PY42. Let's have a look what we have. Oh, there's so many ones. So this might actually be one that I cannot find here. But my Yin Min doesn't have that. And I use the same pigment. Okay, so PR101 is better. Oh yeah, Sebastian said a yellow. Oh, sorry. We're going to make that as well. Okay. But about the Yin Min, it's weird because I heard all the things. I've seen things from people. But mine just keeps reactivating, and it activates beautifully. So after a while, so it's really weird that, yeah, it must be their binder, I think. No. Is this is kind of the right one, I think, right? Is it known why she's not coming back? And it really sounds like it's none of my business. So in the meantime, Mr. Pigment's ratios. Too bad they hear that. It's, yeah. I can kind of say I know what it feels like. Going to keep it at that. Two of what? I'm guessing this one. I should be joining more live streams as well. Oh, I understand why, you know, the way you think, Gulchan. I mean, there's been a lot of things on Etsy that were either too good to be true, or yeah, I don't know. So this looks very promising. It's way too orange there. Well, was it up top post? I forgot his name. What's his name again? I don't want dust in it. Oh, thank you, Gulshan. That really means a lot. It's I've always been, but that's more Instagram in the beginning mostly. Like, I want to inform people about what I'm using, why I'm using these products to make my products, and tell them a little bit about it. Oh, that's okay, Paolo. As long as you promote me as well with others, you know, it's... But then, you know, Instagram, the stupid thing, about Instagram was when something went viral, it was just because someone saw a reel, and then they click follow, and then, you know, yeah. They're not really interested in pigments, not in paint, not really in what I do. What are you talking about, Paolo? Did I miss something? Do I like Caroline Crimson? Sorry, couldn't find the name, but I know where the bottle is. To be honest, that's one of the pigments I haven't tried yet. It's more orange there than it is here. So let's give it a fair try first, okay? That's the one. Apoptosis. Yeah, I'm in contact with him actually via TikTok. It is too violet-ish for me, but it looks really nice, and it's only 2 pigments. Let's add some water to that as well, and then we see it is too pink. Or you don't see that on camera, do you? Wow, this is a very, very tinting one. But it actually looks really good. Mr. Pigment said PY42 makes it too orange-y. Oh, sorry, the chat went a little bit too fast there, so I need to read it back here. Okay, so first Mr. Pigment says needs more of this. So we're adding more. In the meantime, I wanna share something. Just an idea I had. You know, what can we do to make? Yeah, I know some people have been asking for just me talking in the camera and things like that, and that's why I added this. But I thought, it would be nice to make a game or something like that. What can we do with a niche? And then I thought of this, the pigment game. So we start with a P, and then I have dices, which I can throw. One is for a red one, 2 yellow, orange, green, blue, and violet, and then 3 dice numbers, which make the violet. So the first one goes first. If that doesn't exist, for instance, you throw a 6 where you have a green, and there's nothing higher than PG50, I think. I don't know. So second dice and the third dice. And if that makes a number, that's the pigment I have to make. So I thought of that. I don't know if you like it. I added PR101, transparent red iron oxide. And that was just an idea. It's nothing even serious, but it was just an idea for... Yeah, the first digit must be a 0, 1, or 2. Yeah, that's true. And in case of, it not being possible, it is going to be the second one. Okay, Paolo, if you can do that and I can use that as an overlay in OBS, that will be fantastic. Still needs a bit more. Better, getting there, but it needs more. Does it come with animations as well? That would be awesome. With like 3 dices that will roll like that and facing the camera with the numbers with the P in front of it. I'm going to add, you know what? I'm going to add the cadmium replacement. Benzy yellow, but just a little bit of this, just a little bit. Well, I can always try me. I mean, you're saying I can simply put this together. Maybe there's someone who says, oh, I can simply animate it. The close one will win a lollipop that they can buy themselves, because sending a lollipop to any one of you is more expensive than buying one. So nice, Paolo. That's awesome. But it's a pretty fun thing, right? I mean, for the moments that we don't know which paint to make. I mean, I can do production here. I can literally do my production line of making paint for my store. But that gets either repetitive or, you know, I'm way more focused when I'm making larger batches of paint and everything that needs to, you know, especially the last layer, full focus on that. Okay, glad that some people like it. I'm very happy with Paolo, who wants to look at this to automate it. This is PY154. Don't get an ad block. Don't get an ad block, Gulchen. Don't do that. It literally costs me money if you do that. As someone with YouTube as some form of income, it's not really income. I can't really call this income, but don't do that, please. Thank you, a watercolorist. Is there a yellow pigment that granulates? Yes, there is. You want to know which one? Which one was it again? PY159, I think. Was it? I hope to get that confirmed from any of you. Yes. Okay, good. It's not very heavy in granulation though. I like this. I like it. It's been an hour and a half already with you know, paint making or mixing two bloody reds. So that's the first one. Let's find a dot, empty dots for the second one. Right in front of me. It's still, it is a little bit visible, right? It's not fully invisible, I think. Makes sense, Sebastian. Makes sense. But it's also more opaque, right? Let me have a look, because Sylvia asked about Perylene Crimson. Dry pigment. Oh, I really didn't know that Kramer sold these. Really? Here. Oh yeah, they do. Wait, do I have it? I do have it. Huh. Red is not my favorite color, by the way. And looking at my screen like that, I prefer blue, but I wanted to say, you know, to make it really Halloween, here's my face, but then bigger. But no, it's, I don't know. I really like, I enjoy making paint any color. And making red is, you know, just as fine as everything else. Am I covered with paint? I think I'm covered with paint. I am. Or pigment. Anything. But I do prefer other colors, or at least I do prefer blue over red when I have that choice. Yep, that was pigment. Paolo is not doing a riddle, I think. Maybe he is. I don't know what's Paolo what Paolo's up to. Now, Mark, I showed a game. This game, where you can throw a dice to choose which color I will make, or I will throw a dice to choose which color I will make, and then throwing 3 more to see which pigment number it will be. And Paolo said he could make an automated version of that. So I think that's what you missed. Oh, that went okay. Was close though. So this is why I had a clear muller being made with white, because during a live I really want to make sure there's no red or any staining color I just made, because this is quite a staining one. And you know, can't get that off, and making a lighter paint and you know, whatever, you know what I mean. Do you have pigments or paints, Malamik? I'm quickly going to wash my hands, and I'm getting something for this. Well, that's not going to granulate, I'm afraid. So there's 20 of you here, 19 and 14 likes. Something is going wrong, guys. Make sure to like the live stream if you're here and watching. So, you know, we might help it reach other people. Or not. Yes, I like the idea, Ian, but it's also no. Yeah, I like the idea, but no. It's been done a couple of times by a few people. And for me, it went from, you know, fun making paint, going to, oh, what a surprise! Again, another muted color. You know, it became something pretty silly very quickly when I saw people doing that, and yeah. Apparently there was red there on the desk as well. Oh, that's a nice sound. Sorry, I will stop it. No, it's a fun idea, but if others wouldn't have done that already in the way that I've seen it, I would have tried it. But it brings back too much cringy feelings for me from what I've seen already. But that brings me to wait, there's a lot of text. So Sorry, Sylvie. Sorry about that. If I knew that, I would have done it way sooner. No, I'm just joking. Still a little bit of red. Oh. Oh, that actually hurt too much. It feels like it's not in its socket. I'm really pushing back tears now. Shouldn't do that during live. Okay. Something is not right here. It literally feels like it needs to be pushed back in its socket, which is not good. Let me have a look at. It's, I don't know, when I'm laying down and in the morning, it's not that bad, but today really is. I'm really going to take it easy tomorrow, but I wanted to have a look where that granulating yellow is from that I have. 5.9. It is this one, isn't it? I just had it. Should we just have a quick look? What this looks like when we're making paint out of it. My desk is literally covered in jars of pigments. Yellows and reds. This is still a hinge of red. I need to wash this with soap, and then I need to wash it with alcohol, and then I need to wash it with water like 3 times. But this won't come off, so don't worry. I don't want to hit 40 if I feel this halfway in my 30s. I don't want to have something called Muller shoulder. A severe case of DBS, dirty blue shoulder. I need to rest it. I have 2 kids and I make paint for a living. Mr. Pigments, what's your age? Which side of the 40 or 30s are you in? And thanks for thinking I was older than you were. It's maybe my wisdom shining through. Oh. That made me feel so old saying that. Oh, I know it's DBS. I know Dragon Ball Super and something else, I think. 60 plus and still active or still, you know, one of our more active members in the pigment community here. So age is just a number, right? And for some people that means their body just falling apart slowly, but otherwise it's just a number. There was one thing. Happy birthday still, Gulchen. Happy belated birthday. I thought I was 38 because I have 2 kids. Well, I still have 2 kids when I'm 38. It's really... The camera doesn't like the paint. I think the camera has an inflammation as well. No, age is definitely not a number. It is... You can feel it. Okay, just... We're going to... Muller shoulder is fine. It has a nice ring to it. If you're wondering why I am taking a different Muller. Hello, autofocus. Yes, there we are. This yellow, and I've seen this before, I've made it before, and it's also why I stopped making it. This yellow reacts on the metal of the palette knife. Now I can show you when I'm scraping it like this, I think. Let me have a look if I can actually show you. I think I can. You see that marble, little darker marbling line over there? Oh, sorry about that. Out of focus on this. Even without out of focus, you can see it. That marbling, darker marbling, marbled line in there. Oh wow, this is clear. Of course, you cannot see this. Let's have a look where my camera is. There, that's the line. And this doesn't want to out of focus as well. That's the line, there you go. And thank you, Malamik. What is that? Anyone? What is this? Just because of that reason, I have plastic palette knives. But they don't work nice at all. They work okay for this. But scraping it, as you can see, not so much. It's not my binder. I haven't had it with titanium white, but let's have a look. which pigment this actually is. What the pigment actually is, I'm sorry. Thanks, Ian. It's like bless you, gezondheid in Dutch. It's not very godly, at least not where I come from. Zirconium praseodymium. Silicate yellow, okay. It's not loud at all. It's just doesn't make any sound. Yeah, it's basically the same, right? Where and it doesn't show in paint as well, but it doesn't really feel good for me. I don't know. Not my yellow. It doesn't really feel good for me to, see my paint having black marbling lines in there and then selling it or something. I don't know. But I never actually had the time looking into it because I really didn't think about it. Let's see how much it granulates. It's a really weird thing, by the way. 30 something days ago, I posted a YouTube short making potters pink. And this is zirconium praseodymium silicate yellow, PY 159. Paolo, have a great evening. Thank you very much for joining again and all your, additions to this chat and everything. I enjoyed it. This is PY 159, yeah. Can someone help my ADHD and remind me what I was just saying? Because I really don't know what I was saying. It's gezondheid? No. No. Ouch. Yeah, yeah, I don't even know anymore. It's out of focus. There is some dust on the paper, but that shouldn't stop the granulation from showing. PhD and I was thinking what I was actually saying, or what I wanted to say, and I really can't remember. Which is a thing. Yeah, I think there's loads of neurodivergent people in this community and the art community, which isn't a surprise. During my studies on the art academy, it was quite clear that there's a lot of spectrum, whatever spectrum it is. There's a lot of it, and but I've talked to people here and on Instagram as well. There's a lot of ADHD as well. It's really surprising for me. Thank you, Sylvie. I'm going to switch arms. I think. Yeah. No. This is my left. This for you. It's the other one. This is my left shoulder, and I'm actually left-handed, which is really inconvenient, especially when it comes to the scraping part, because that really doesn't. I can't do that with my right hand. Starts to show slowly. Yeah, I can mill with both hands, weird flex, but it's mostly the scraping the paint off the slab and putting it in the pans. I need this. Yeah. Yeah, you can see it. You can. I wouldn't say you can clearly see it, but you can see it happening. Hello. No, you don't wanna. No. No, it definitely doesn't wanna. So, but I've been online for 2 hours already, so I'm going to clean this up and then I'm going to go offline as well. Thank you, Sylvie. Have a great night. The red, though, didn't have much of a drying shift, which is really good. It has a nice texture in it as well. Let me blow this up. That's the PR101. But that looks, this looked like this was, a success. Only 2 pigments. But it's fun to just, have started with whatever people were saying. I'm not gone yet, Ian, but I agree. I really enjoy these, and I might be going online more often. Because of that very same reason. Sometimes I'm just, so much into looking at pigments and trying things and well, I literally have this on my whiteboard. I have a little whiteboard over there. A list of pigments that I need to mill and make for making and finishing paints. And I need someone to just, I want to say motivate me, but I don't want to embarrass myself of not doing anything while I need to work. So maybe when other people are watching, I'm more productive. I don't know. I know of someone that has ADD. They were in my class and they went online. I don't know. I don't even know where. Maybe Twitch or something. I don't know. But they did a live stream just to make homework. So she felt the pressure of other people watching. I've never had it that bad, but I might give it a go. Malamik, I'm glad you found it. This was your first time here, if I remember correctly. And thank you everyone for joining this chat. Thank you for your additions to everything that we talked about, IDs and the fun conversations and everything. Well, I'm glad you found this channel. It's a slow one, but yeah, I still have unfinished homework. Trust me. Somewhere in a box on the attic. Basically, your brain is just a weird thing. It does weird stuff. Not personally your brain, but in general. Thank you, Gifo. I need to really take it easy, with my shoulder, because I notice when I'm doing a lot of things with it, which I have been doing. I need to be honest about that. I have been putting some things up the shelves over there and making a little bit more space for some trolleys I have with stuff on it. So maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe. Thank you so much, Malamik. Thank you, D. Arthur. What's Colorist. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot. Yeah. I will see you next week, maybe sooner. Last week I went live just because I was making binder. And I thought, that's something I wouldn't do during a regular live, and that's something I would do during a regular day of work. So why not do that live? And it was actually a fun live as well. Some other people joined. It was another time. It was in the morning for me. Maybe I'll log in the morning, see who's in line, who wants to join. If there's no one, there's no one. And I will just get rid of that live in my YouTube. These things I will always keep it because I really enjoy the conversations. I really enjoy the things we're trying here. Leaning on my... Oh, that hurts. Okay, I'm gone. That was a sign. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great evening, and hope to see you in the next stream or next week. Anyway, I hope to see you soon. Thank you, Sebastian. Thank you, everyone else. And like I said, hope to see you soon.